ATP, what to do with your boy Clay Moore Rain back at you guys with another one. Salute to all my subscribers. If this is your first time tapping into the content, take a moment to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit your bell icon so you are getting alerts when I'm dropping takes like this, and watch out for our lives as well. Make sure we hit the thumbs up on this video as well. Let's get this circulating through the space. This one a little off the beaten path, being that we're in the middle of a big fight week, one of the biggest fight weeks of this year, right? Era-defining fight between Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. But while that's happening, RICHARDSON Hitchins, current IBF junior welterweight or super lightweight champion of the world, does an interview with the Danza Project. Shout out to the Danza Project. And in this interview, he speaks on the way he's moving towards getting to the biggest bag, getting towards his legacy, making the biggest fights possible. You'll hear him mention Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, the biggest fights he can think of. Even Lamont Roach, he's entertained that fight. But interestingly enough, not mentioning the other champions in the division, Subriel Matias and Gary Antoine Russell. Now, we know Teofimo Lopez is currently tied up in negotiations with Shakur Stevenson. Word is that might be being finalized, and these guys might be meeting each other in early 2026. So the other two champions, Subriel Matias and Gary Antoine Russell, you don't see Hitchins mentioning these guys. Now, I happen to have one of the Russell brothers on my show the other day commenting on how Hitchins priced himself out pretty much of fighting against Gary Antoine Russell. That fight doesn't seem realistic for it to actually happen. Hitchins talked about risk versus reward and how these guys are high risk fighters for him, and he's not seeing the reward. Well, the question is, what has Hitchins done outside of beating George Kambosos, right, and becoming an IBF champion, beating Liam Paro, with the history he's had about kind of evading a Subriel Matias when he was champion, speaking on rehydration clauses and things of that nature, and ultimately, word is, pricing himself out of a unification fight with Gary Antoine Russell. Hitchins has some decisions to make. Now, from my point of view as a boxing fan, it's one of a few things. It's either A, unify with the champions that are there, B, go ahead and leverage that IBF belt to move up to the 147-pound division to go ahead and challenge up there. Now, we have Crocker and Donovan who are getting ready to fight for that vacant IBF championship that's up there in the welterweight division this particular weekend. Hitchins has decisions to make. He's also mentioned Devin Haney, who's also fighting in November against Brian Norman Jr. So what is Hitchins going to do? We've heard him speak. He's had some issues potentially with his promoter and Eddie Hearn, giving a lot of respect to his manager, Kevin Conley. There's a lot going on with Hitchins right now. He's built up some momentum for himself on the back end of this victory with George Kambosos, but how is he going to capitalize on it? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Hitchins has a moment in time to take advantage of this momentum and push forward. Let me know what you think, guys. It's your boy Rain. It's that ATP Combat Media Show. At the end of the day, until the next one, we out.